everybody, welcome to our section 6.2 video lecture on rates. So when we're talking about rates, we are actually comparing two different units together. So we may be doing like dollars per hour or feet per second, stuff like that. So let's get going. In example 1, all I want you to do is write each rate as a fraction in lowest terms. So we're going back to ratios, but we're going to write them as rates since they have different units. So Jackson earned $42.50 in 4 hours. That as a rate would be $42.50 over 4 hours. And then we'll simplify that, okay? So if you do $42.50, see, we could multiply both by 100, so that'd be $42.50 over 400. So it just says to write it in lowest terms. We're not doing unit rates quite yet. You could divide by 10, you get 425 over 40. We could divide both by 5. And let's see, 425 divided by 5 is 85. And 40 divided by 5 would be 8. So in lowest terms, that would be 85 to 8. And our units are in dollars per hour. Okay, let's do another one. The next one says a ball rolled 5 feet in 2 seconds. So just writing it as a fraction, that would be 5 feet over 2 seconds. And that's all you can do because 5 over 2 doesn't simplify. So that would just be 5 over 2 feet per second. Okay. Let's get into unit rates. So unit rates are rates where the denominator is 1. So like in example A, we would be doing it dollars per 1 hour, dollars per hour. In example B, we would do feet per second. We'd do feet over 1 second, okay? So a unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1. Which means you're really going to go ahead and do that division, okay? So I'll make a little note for you. Do the division, okay? So let's go ahead and work on example 2. Write each as a unit rate. First one says you travel 240 miles in 4 hours. So we'd be doing 240 miles over 4 hours. If you go ahead and do that division, if you do 240 divided by 4, we're going to get 60. And then our units would be miles over hours, so that would be miles per hour. So this person was going 60 miles per hour. That was their speed. In part B, it says there are 540 calories in a 6-ounce serving. So our unit rate is wondering how many calories there are in a single ounce. Okay? So we're going to do 540 calories over 6 ounces. Okay? And 540 divided by 6 would be 90. So we would have 90 calories per ounce. Okay? And I believe my math lab is going to ask you about the units. You should have the numerator over the denominator, so the numerator will come first, the denominator will come second. Alright, last one says an athlete gets a contract for $7 million over 2 years. So we're going to have $7 million over 2 years. So if you do 7 divided by 2, it doesn't divide perfectly. You're going to get 3.5. So that just means that he's going to get $3.5 million per year. And it's okay to use decimals. Let's see, example 3 says Tony has been keeping track of his car's gas mileage. His starting odometer reading was 23,458.9 miles. His ending odometer reading was 23,721.8 miles. How many miles did he travel? So to figure out how many miles he traveled, you're looking at the difference between those two readings, because he started here and he ended there. So you're just wondering what happened in the middle. So we're going to do 23,721.8 minus 23,458.9. We'll type that in our calculator real quick. And you should get 262.9 miles got traveled. Okay? Part B says he filled his car up with 12.3 gallons of gas. How many miles per gallon did his car get? So miles per gallon tells us it's going to be miles on top and gallons on the bottom when we're doing our rate. So that means that we're going to do our miles that he traveled, 262.9, over his gallons that he put in his gas tank, which is 12.3. And if you do 262.9 divided by 12.3, you get a pretty long number. It's like you get about 21.37398.3, and it just keeps on going. But I know that we should be doing miles per gallon. And generally my math lab is going to tell you where to round. So let's say that my math lab says round it to the nearest tenth. If it's round to the nearest tenth, that would be about 21.4 miles per gallon. Okay. If it says round to the nearest hundredth, that would be 21.37 miles per gallon. If it's to the nearest thousandth, that would be 21.374. So you'll round it wherever it needs to be rounded for my math lab. Okay. Let's see. Example 4 says Christina is shopping for dish soap. It comes in 3 different sizes. There's a 56 ounce, a 75 ounce, and a 90 ounce. And we have the cost for each in this table over here. Example A says find the unit price for each size of dish soap. So I can tell you with unit prices, you should be doing dollars and cents. So we're generally going to round to 2 decimal places. Okay. So let's see. For the first one, the unit price, we'd be doing 56 ounces over $3.98. And so the unit price for that first one, if you do 56 divided by 3.98, see the first one's unit price, I'm just going to put it over by the table, is 14.07, so $14.07 per ounce. If I do the same thing for the next one, I would do 75 ounces over 4.75, $4.75. And if you do that in your calculator, if you do 75 divided by 4.75, we're going to get a unit price for that second one of about 15.79, so about $15.79 per ounce. And the last one, we would do 90 ounces over $5.25. And if you do that in your calculator, 90 divided by 5.25, we're going to get a unit price for that last one of about $17.14 per ounce. Sometimes we always think that the bigger one has the larger unit price, and sometimes it does, but it doesn't always. So those are our 3 unit prices. Which size is the best value? Which one has the lowest unit price? It's actually the 56 ounce one, which is surprising. Okay, so the 56 ounce bottle of dish soap was actually the better unit price. Okay, so hopefully this helps you guys get started on rates. Hope you guys have a great week.